For a long time, I was scared to share my true color, to be who I truly was. I was hiding in the story I was reading, fearful of what people would think about me. But this ends now. I have stopped running. I decide to accept my diversity. Today, I will share our story of neurodiversity and mental health awareness. Welcome on the ADHD Melly Show. Hello, everybody! I hope you're doing well today. It's going to be an amazing episode, but I'm just going to tell you it's going to be on the shorter side this week because our guest cannot be there for too long, which is totally fine. So I hope you're going to be here today, just having fun with us, chatting, and just being here to ask your question because we're going to talk about elevating mental health awareness using social media because it's very important to understand that social media are awesome to just share a lot of stuff and information, and it's also the great way to just understand a little bit more about mental health awareness and just talk about it every day, and this is very amazing. I'm just going to put my light on because I just realized I forgot it, and I think I'm looking way better with a little bit of light. So just bring our guest today. Woohoo! How are you, darling? Sorry, I
Hi,
don't.
I'm good.
Great.
Hi. Hi. Okay, I would just like to say hi to everyone. I believe that I'm from the other side of the world. I believe that everyone is from different places of the world. So wherever you are, I would just like to say hi to you. Good day, good evening, good afternoon. Just hello. I'm so glad to see you.
Yes, I'm glad to see all those people that are already writing to us today. I'm so happy, Helton, that you are here today. Melody, that you are here also. Thank you so much. Been a while. I haven't seen you, Melody. I hope you're doing well. And Elton is the first time I see you on the show. And thank you so much for being here and share awareness with me and to just talk about important subject like ADHD and mental health. So to start, Darlene, please introduce yourself, what you're doing in your life, why are you so involved with mental health awareness?
Okay, hi. Thank you for that. For allowing me to introduce myself. So my name is Darelyn Allison. I am 22 years old. I'm a bit young. I am young, and I work as a mental health digital marketer. I'm really passionate about marketing mental health because when I was younger, I used to be a victim of bullying. I used to be a victim of all the things. Depression. I used to be very anxious. I used to be the kind of person who has a low self esteem. But praise God, I'm getting better. I'm allowing myself to grow. I'm allowing myself to develop, and I believe that with the experiences that I have, I during those dark times in my life, I really needed someone to talk about mental health. That it's okay to be not okay. That it's okay to seek help. That it's okay that you should feel your emotions, and it's always okay to cry and to to become a better version of yourself, right? And then when I went when I came across the freelancing world, and I came across the opportunity to do marketing. I knew at first, I knew firsthand that I would really help the mental health industry. You know what? The mental health industry really needs marketing because not all mental health professionals actually know how to market their own services or actually know how to elevate mental health awareness using social media, which is what we're going to talk about today, right?
Yeah.
I really, yes, Mary, I really felt a calling. Like we know that we all have different callings in life, we all have different purposes, and I believe that one of my purpose in life is to help mental health professionals elevate mental health awareness, and also promote their services, whether it be psychotherapy, art therapy, what else, CBT therapy, and all those kind of therapy that they are specializing in. So yeah, that's why I am a mental health digital marketer. I have worked with at least 5 companies, whether it be local or international, so that I could help them elevate the mental health awareness using the social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even LinkedIn. And then I've also volunteered. Recently, I am volunteering, helping a student-led organization in elevating the mental health awareness. That's all, Melly. Thank you.
So, what will be the first thing you will propose to those company that want to elevate mental health awareness while selling a product, but not being too rude or being too like corporative pills or stuff like that, but really to play with how can I say that? With I forgot my word. This happens sometimes.
That's all right.
With empathy, that's what I mean. How you can do this with empathy without just selling, I'm selling pills right now or I'm selling a device, or I'm selling anything, or therapy or anything, but being still empathic of those people that are living probably the hardest time of their life right now, and they're seeing your ads.
Okay, great question, Melly. You know that people have different experiences, different stories to tell. And one thing that you could get to them, that you would really connect to them, is to really be genuine. Like, for example, um, I am a mental health professional and I offer psychotherapy or CBT therapy. We know that not a lot of people know, not a lot of people are informed about what is CBT therapy or cognitive behavioral therapy. We um when I propose to these companies of mental health professionals, I usually tell them to be genuine in their approach with people. Don't just tell them about what is um CBT therapy or cognitive behavioral therapy, but also tell them, also use marketing materials that would tell them that you are loved, you it's okay to ask for help, it's okay to cry, it's okay to heal, right? To heal, and it's okay to become a better version of yourself. And once we establish that idea in their mind, it will elicit emotions, like it will trigger emotions that, oh, I feel love, I feel care, I feel like I've been listened to. Yeah, you elicit emotions like that. And once you do that, you'll be able to capture the attention, right? Because we can't be too what do you call this, too
Yeah,
technical
that's what I
about.
was saying. Yeah, you cannot do
Yeah.
that when you want to sell therapy, because they're just like, this is going to be too complicated for me. I cannot get that services, or I'm too scared of asking for that services because I'm scared they're going to brainwashing me, because there's a lot of old belief about mental health awareness, like lobotomy. Okay, they did a lot of things to people that had mental health issues, and it's understandable for people to be so scared of getting therapy because they're scared they're going to change them too much. And it's not like that.
Yes, it's not like that. It definitely, it's a lot different, because um when we say marketing, it usually involves in um what do you call that, it usually
So,
involves in getting people to to um to notice your brand. Like for example, like let's go to an example where we could see a product, right? I don't know if you know Coke, the
Yeah,
Coca-Cola.
of
Yeah, the
course.
Coca-Cola. Of course, it's a popular soft drink, right? Um, and the brand is actually showcasing their products, like this is what our soft drink is like, this is what our soft drink aims to be. But it's not like that with marketing for mental health, you know. We know that there's a stigma going on, there's a lot of negative beliefs, like what you said, negative beliefs, negative outlook about mental health. And the way the strongest way, I believe, as the strongest way to break the negative outlook or negative ideas about mental health um, awareness is that is to really be genuine, to really be people oriented, right? Because you can't convince a person who's really close minded about mental health if you keep on telling them that, oh, therapy is really this, like that, therapy is really this good and really fast. That's a misconception, right? Because a lot of people in therapy are not really that fast progressing,
Hmm.
progressing really fast. All of us have their own capacity on how fast he or she progress. But as long as there is progress, there will always be improvement, right? So
Hmm.
we want to tell people that it's okay. It's okay if your progress is slow. It's
Hmm.
okay if your improvement is a bit slower than the others. But as long as you continue to improve, you continue to believe in yourself, right? You will really um witness people who are what do you call it? Who are who have turned over a new leaf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because back then if you are not genuine to them, like you always keep telling them, oh, therapy is like this, therapy is like that. But when you tell people that it's okay to ask for help, it's okay to heal, it's okay to embrace your imperfections, it's okay to be better, you would really witness a lot of people realizing that, oh, it's really me that could be capable of improving myself, right? You can't really change a person's outlook when you always keep telling them of what therapy is, what this service is. We're not like Coke. We're not like Coca-Cola.
It's about
we're,
being honest, right? It's about being honest about a product and be honest about a service and really tell what's going to happen and not lie to them saying it's going to improve your life drastically overnight, or your ADHD is going to disappear overnight if you try that service, which is not going to be true. Your mental health is going to improve, but it's not going to be like gone forever. And most of the time, it's going to happen that your mental health statement is not going to be gone ever. It's still going to be there, but controlled, and that's what we want. We want to control it so you can live a life full of experience, full of joy, and not necessarily always feeling like you don't have any control over yourself. So yeah.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Actually, Molly, I've written ADHD blogs into my Australia, the company that I used to work for, and I believe that while writing that blog about ADHD, I believe I got to know more about the ADHD community, right?
Mhm.
When we continually make um, blogs or social media posts about mental illness, putting them into a bright light,
Mm-hmm.
putting them into a light that is really people oriented. You know
Yeah,
that I
absolutely.
realized that, yeah, I realized that people with ADHD, they are neurodiverse. They have different spectrums. They have um, they have really amazing brains. They have though they may not really they may not really all the same. They may not all be the same, but they have this something unique in them, and it what makes them special, special in a way that the brain is working, especially in a way that their talents are distinct from the others, right?
Yes.
Like for you could, yeah, you could do graphic design, you could do website, what else, website management.
Yeah, social media management too. Yes, people with ADHD are often very, very creative, and they are not really like in math or stuff like that, because we have a learning disability. Most of people with ADHD, not all of them, but most of people, because of our ADHD, use attentive, problem with attention. So learning is quite hard, and can be with mathematics and science. It's not that we don't understand what we read, but when it's too much numbers, we can just like stop focus because it's too complicated for a normal brain. But it doesn't mean that we're not intelligent, which a lot of people told me that I'd maybe be dumb or something like that. Okay, just because I'm different and because my learning process is different, and that's not what you need to say to other people. That's why you need to elevate mental health awareness way higher, because it, I'm giving you an example. I told everybody that I resigned my job today because I asked my boss to give me day shift because I had difficulty to be awake and just being able to be myself and just being focused at night. And I have a lot of difficulty with that for all my life, so always been like that. But she still gave me night shift all the time, and I was like, it's not worth it anymore. And I didn't make that much hours neither, so I was just my mental health first. Okay, and I'm going to leave that job, and I just cannot do this anymore. I wasn't feeling myself. I was always so anxious and stressed each time I put foot in that store, and I was like, oh my god, I need to go work, and I'm going to try to survive the day. So life shouldn't be about survival, but about living your dreams, right? And being and doing what you're capable of doing. And sometimes employers have difficulty to understand that we still can work maybe minimal hours, maybe, and that's another thing that needs to be elevated, because marketing is not just only about selling a product or anything. It's about, just like me, I'm doing a little bit of marketing by marketing that show. This show is a product, if you can call it like that. And those strategies still works for a TV show or anything like that. But what will be your suggestion if you needed to do marketing on the ADHD Melly show? What will be your first step if you had to market a TV show?
Okay. Um, you meant that if what would be my suggestion if I market
Yeah,
the AD?
if I were the client, what will be if I was your client, a prospect, and I say I needed to market that show, what will be your first step of suggestion of what to do?
My question is what kind of show that we're doing?
Mental health awareness.
Okay, that's great. I was kind of what kind of show? Thank you for clarifying that. Indeed. Um, when doing mental health awareness show, the one thing that I would tell my client is one thing I would ask my client first before suggesting is who are the target audience? Who are we talking to? Because the target audience is beneficial in creating the key message in the mental health awareness campaign or marketing. It's really important that you know who are you talking to. If you're talking to a group of teenagers, you are going to make a key message that would benefit to teenagers. You know, teenagers generally suffer from low self-esteem,
Mm-hmm.
even depression, even anxiety, right? Teenagers are at the stage of their life where they are confused with the what do you call, we're confused with the future, what dreams that they're
Mm-hmm.
going to take, right? And we know that they are vulnerable. They are that kind of person who's still developing. So you create a key message. My suggestion to that client, if their target audience is are teenagers, my suggestion to that client would be creating a marketing plan that would, number one, appeal to the teenagers, like the branding colors. What are the colors that would captivate a teenager's attention? It needs a bit of research on that. It could be like yellow, blue, whatever it is that comes out in the research when it comes to marketing on teenagers. And number two is the key messages. What are the objectives? Objectives of this marketing, mental health awareness marketing on
Mm-hmm.
teenagers. Let's see, for example, um, the objective number one, the objective is to create an awareness among teenagers that mental health is for everyone. It does
Mm-hmm.
not matter if you're young. It does not matter if you're still developing. As long as you feel that your mental health is not stable, it's unstable, it's all right to seek help. Mental health is for everyone. Mental health care. That's why we spread awareness that mental health care is for everyone. That's for teenagers. Um, uh, Target audience. And then number three, one thing that you I would suggest to the client is to create a um, mental health awareness campaign that would that can teenagers can relate to. For example, a lot of teenagers are into media, pop media. Do you
Mm-hmm.
know that are um, Selena Gomez is promoting mental health awareness? So we could like invite Selena Gomez to appear on the show, uh, and any other people who are very vocal about mental health. We want to show teenagers that the idols or the TV stars, the artists are really vocal about mental health, and they're okay with mental health, and they're okay with seeking help. And that's why if they can, if this star can, these Hollywood actors, these artists can be vocal about their mental health, then you can too. You can also do that. We want to we want teenagers to look at role models. I remember this in my marketing psychology. People tend to look at role models, models that um, they can follow, right? For example, Selena Gomez, she's really vocal about mental health, and I'm really proud of her that she's vocal about it. And I'm sure that she's inspiring a lot of people. Indeed, the genuineness of Selena Gomez would really inspire people, especially teenagers who look up to her. That's it.
Thank you so much for sharing this. What will be your last word to end the show? If you had something that I didn't talk about and you want just to end it with some words of advice or anything you want to share.
Sure. Like what the comments have, it know what connects with your target audience, and also what are the other part, uh, mental health. good for you to know what you needed for mental health. Indeed. Thank you, Melody. I actually saw the comments here. Thank you for
Yeah,
this.
it's okay. There's a lot of people that sent
Yeah.
comment, and I'm going to pop that up a little bit. The people that say hi to us today, I'm just going to pop it up again. Melody, she's awesome. I'm so happy that she's here today, and Chris just came too. And thank you so much for being here, everybody. And yeah, like I said, today is going to be a little shorter episode because Darlene is very busy, and I'm honored that she came today and that she's here and she shared all her great knowledge about marketing and using
Bye.
social media. I'm very happy that you came today, and I hope you see you soon again and maybe talk a little bit longer next time when you will be a little bit less busy.
Actually, Melly, actually, Melly, I have a closing statement, like what you said. The statement that I would like to close to is that no matter who you are, no matter what you've been through, you can be an active campaigner, an active marketer of mental health awareness. You can begin that by being genuine. Tell people you love them. Tell people that it's okay to ask for help. Tell people that it's okay to cry, to feel your emotions, and tell people that mental health is health and wealth.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's
Thank
worth
you.
Of course it's worth it. Like I said, I just resigned my job and I'm so proud of myself. So I'm going to party today for that. So let's see you all guys next Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And thanks again for all being here. And see you soon. Bye everybody.